So how are things going with the position group? You know, the tight ends, almost halfway through camp now.
I feel good. You know, we've got 2 young kids who are getting a ton of reps, and I'm really impressed by how they've been playing so far. You know, the way that Dylan and Noah have come in and really stepped up, and you know, you don't look at them like freshmen now. They look at them like guys who've come in who are ready to play. So the way that they've been able to play, the way that Peter Barrio goes from being a defensive end until the midway through last season, now he's contributing, catching touchdowns out there. And Jack, I think, has had his best offseason yet. Like, he is dynamic at the top of the route. So we're excited. We'll get Hudson back when we get to fall camp, which we're excited about, and just excited to get ready for the season.
And Hudson, you know, shared that post yesterday that last year was the 1-year anniversary of that unfortunate injury. Well, what's it been like just seeing him, you know, work his way back, and how has he, you know, kept his spirits up through it all?
I think, you know what, I think he'll be honest with you. I think it's been hard. I think when you've been out that long and you've, you know, want it so bad, it's hard to feel like you're away from the team. But the nice part is, you know, the last couple of weeks he's been able to do our walkthroughs. The other day in practice, he got to do some of our teach periods. So he'll be back. And then he's feeling great. He's running faster. I think he hit like 18 miles an hour or something like the other day. So he'll be ready to go for fall camp, and I know he's fired up for it.
Start of fall camp? Oh, sorry.
I think we'll take it by year. You know, we need him for the first Saturday when we get to August or September. I can't remember off the top of my head, but he'll be ready for that.
How do you keep Hudson kind of a guy when he's going through something like that? How do you keep him involved and, you know, spirits up?
I think he spends a lot of time with me. Like, he's got to hang out with me a lot. We watch a lot of film, but also you notice he has a script with him. So he is Coach Habermill right now. He'll go back to Hudson here in a little bit, but he's on the sidelines. He's coaching the young bucks up, trying to get them ready. But he's ready to go. He's going to have a really good offseason right now. He's getting his knee ready to go. We're just excited when we get to have him back running routes.
What aspects of improvements have you seen from Jack?
I think top of the route wise is night and day. Like the twitch at the top of the route, the ability to create separation, the ability to do it with speed, the ability to be able to do it with body control, things like that, be able to make catches. You know, he had the catch the other day on a Saturday where he's going over the top of some guy and taking it off his head. Like, that's a hell of a catch. Like, that's a play that he can make and a play that we know he can make going into the season. So the growth that he's gone as a blocker and a pass and a route runner up into this year, like, it's awesome. He's had an unbelievable offseason, put the work in, and it's kind of paying off for him right now.
And you mentioned, you know, Dylan and Noah. Has it almost been a silver lining? Obviously, you never want to see Hudson, you know, go down the way he did, but to have those two get the reps that they have, especially being early enrollees and learning everything?
Yeah, I mean, it's never good to see someone go down, but I would say this. Anybody we take who's a freshman or anything like that, the one promise we're going to make to them is they get an opportunity. And so when they came in and they committed to us, that's the promise we made to them. And so knowing that they came in, what I love is that they put the work in. You know, all you can ask for in life is an opportunity, and I think they've made the most of theirs. So the more they go in, the more opportunities they'll get, and I'm really excited about them. They're just kind of proving that they'll be ready to go for the season, and when we need them and their name is called, they'll be ready to go.
How's it been working with Tino Sinceri, and what are your thoughts on how tight ends are going to be used in the offense?
Hopefully a lot. So if Coach Sinceri reads this, as many times as we can get the ball to tight ends, the better. But no, he's been awesome. You know, to bring his knowledge, you know, not only from Indiana, from JMU, but from Alabama and from Florida State, like, those are unbelievable offenses he's been a part of. So to get with him and kind of work through what this is going to look like, we're really excited. Like, I think we've got a dynamic offense that's going to be able to be shown in the Rose Bowl, something that the fans and, you know, we here are going to be really excited about. So it's been awesome to work with him and learn from him and kind of create this thing together.
What are your observations of Joey Aguilar and how he's kind of meshing with the tight ends?
I would say right now we put a lot on him. You know, I think Joey's coming from, you know, App State. He's a transfer. We're putting a lot on him, and I think he's doing a really good job. Like, to come in here, learn new language, to be able to do all the reads, do all the protection things we're asking. I think he's doing a really, really good job. I hope he loves throwing the ball to the tight ends. We want as many targets as we possibly can, but he's doing a really good job in throwing the ball accurately. And I think you've seen the growth from day one to now where we're at right now. I think I'm really excited where we're going to be at in about 9 more practices, and then I'm really excited when we come to fall camp.
Coach Foster, you know, sort of clean house with the coaching staff after last season. You're one of the guys he kept around. What do you think, you know, you bring to the program that's so important here?
I would say institutional knowledge. I would say at least one Neuheisel has to be on staff at all times here, it turns out. But this place is special, and I think we both know that. As people who went here, there is no place like this place in the country. You demand a certain type of student athlete and a certain type of person. There's no place like it. And it's like that for a reason. And so, you know, I think we both share a vision of where this place can be and where we're going. I think we got the right people in the right car now, and we're going in the right direction. So now hopefully we just get this thing going as fast as we can.
you talk about from what you've seen just from this whole team, you know, with the energy throughout this spring so far?
I think the guys are enthusiastic. You can tell there's a belief. They all know where we want to go, and there's a common vision of where we want to go and how we're going to achieve it. And so to see the buy-in, not only from the guys who've been here, but the transfer fee we had, like, it's exciting. And you see the growth, you see the plays that people are making, and you know we're this close to being, and all of a sudden now we're taking the next step. Like, I think everyone can see that we're that close to being the team we want to be, and there's a real belief that we're going to get there, and I know we're going to get there faster than people think. And we know we got to be patient. We got to get through the rest of spring ball healthy. We'll get to fall camp. We just got to get to those first Saturdays in the year, and we'll see where we're at. But I'm really excited. I'm really excited about what I've seen so far.
And I know you can't obviously talk about specific routes, but you got Friday Night Lights coming up.
Yeah.
Well, what's been the message to the tight ends you guys are targeting and having on campus, and especially with changes in the coaching staff?
I would say Friday Night Lights is a day for us. Now, it's a lot like game day. I think if you try to get up for one day, and then it kind of negates what practice is. I think, you know, Coach Foss says it all the time, you always follow the level of your training. So for us, it's how do you take an approach with more distractions and more people around that you can go and be able to compete and be able to execute. And so for us, this will be the first kind of test to where it'll be like on a Saturday in the Rose Bowl. I wish we played at Drake Stadium. I wish we did a game, our homecoming game, every game. So if they're listening, let's do one every time at Drake Stadium. Traffic will be better. But with that being said, like, I think it is a really good experience for us, and especially for the freshmen, to see, okay, there's a bunch of people around. Now, can I still calm down? Can I do my job? Can I go be able to execute and go compete at a high level?
The roster size obviously won't be finalized until NCAA versus House is all finished. Does that affect like how the position coaches plan for things, or?
Yes and no. I think there's contingency plans no matter what. I think, especially with everything going on in college football, you have to kind of be prepared to adapt. Obviously, we've got 3 or 4 different plans in place of where we're kind of going to go with the roster, but we just need the right connection of people, right? We need the right people on the team, and we got to all be going in the right direction. If we can get that done, then I think we'll be okay. Awesome.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, guys. Thank you.